Hope all are doing well. I am Stíofán Séamus, and I am a spiritual advisor and healer and an intuitive reader. Just getting a couple things pulled up here. Hope everybody is doing well. There we go. As we live our lives, Spirit guides us to and through life situations that can be difficult to understand. It's up to us to decide if we will follow the path that the Creator has set before us, or ignore all the signs and wonders that this universe has to offer. Sometimes we are presented with a life situation where we need further guidance or healing to get through it. As a spiritual advisor and a master Reiki healer, I connect with Source and channel messages and healing specifically for you and your highest good. Having love life issues? Let's talk and see what Spirit would want you to know about the situation right now. Emotional issues? Maybe you're in need of a Reiki session so that we can channel universal life energy to help you realign. Or maybe you're debating a career move and need to know more about that move, or if now is even time to make that move. Through our Spirit's mutual understanding, we can seek out these answers. So message me on Facebook Messenger now to get in line for your reading today. In light and love, Stíofán Séamus, Guide of the Light. Oh, I am quite literally not quite prepared tonight. Sorry for the slow start, y'all. But I am here. Woohoo! Can you hear me now? All right. It's a little bit better anyways. Hello. There we are. April 19th. April 19th. And what's up with that? Okay. Just a very quiet song, I guess. If you all can hear it, that's all that matters. So, what a day, huh? Actually, for me, it's felt like maybe 2 or 3 days in one. I don't know. I haven't slept that well. Didn't sleep that well last night. Tried to take a nap and didn't really have a good nap. But hey, we're here and we are in this together for you. You know, okay. Yep. Hello, Michael Espinosa from Facebook. So, let's get into the collective reading, spirit message, devotional meditation moment here. And I actually believe this is going to be more of a meditation moment. So I did go ahead from Los Angeles. Nice. Thank you. I did go ahead and draw a Archangel card for this exercise. Because that's what was impressed on me to do. So So we're going to take a moment and I want you to just feel the moment of relaxation. And in that moment of relaxation, realizing the breath. From the coolness or the warmth of the breath that comes in, and the expulsion of air in the exhale. And take just a moment to stay right in that breath. Breathing in peace and breathing out stress, worry, anxieties, and fear. And stay with me in that moment. Releasing all the mess of today. And let love and peace come over you and enfold you like never before. Today, during this time of quiet reflection, think about your priorities. What matters the most to you? Sometimes when we're asked this question, we stress out. because there's a lot of things that come to mind. But in your mind, make 2 categories. And just for a moment, think about the implications of what you prioritize. Are there some things that are on the list in our day-to-day lives? We find prioritization sometimes comes as a second nature. It's almost as if we already have our priorities made for us. How many times have we neglected to do something, see someone, or go somewhere because we've said, I got time, I can do that another day. The Archangel Metatron comes to us today, bringing this message of prioritize. Focus on your highest priorities. I will help you get organized and motivated. What are your highest priorities? Some would say that it's family. Others would say it's their job. But no matter what the high priority is, remember to hold on to what seems to be the highest goal, and what frankly helps develop your highest self. To be a major player in transforming this world to be a better place. And now, return your thought back to the breath. Noticing the ebb and flow. And allowing yourself to come back to this moment and to this space. A moment in space where we can uplift each other. And live in a way that betters humanity. Thank you. Well, if you just joined me, I just finished up the spirit message meditation segment. And I think I needed that. So, but I am here for each and every one of you. And this is what I do every night that I am on. All right, Michael. Really? I don't know that would be looking for somebody that's more like a pet psychic or something like that. Otherwise, I can do a distance Reiki healing session. Which I haven't done for animals before, but I mean, the principle is the same. I'll be sure to put you and your cat into my prayer box. Well, I call it a prayer box. My blessing box. I don't know. Anyways, where I put things for so my tarot reading donation menu is up. I have my reader special, which is free. I do request a donation, but it's not mandatory. I have a multiple choice for $3. If there's more than 2 choices that you're wondering about, it's $5. A past, present, future read for $5. 7-card horseshoe for $10, and a 10-card Celtic cross for $15. I don't do necessarily like detailed future readings. I do more of future guidance. I am not claiming to be a psychic. I'm a spiritual healer and advisor. So if you'd like, I can do a reading for you. And the free one is my is a 3-card spread that I've come up with. So, it appears that Mr. Espinosa doesn't want a reading. I'm guessing. So if there's anybody else that would, I will be more than happy to do a reading for you tonight. There's your tarot reading donation menu. And if you miss it, it'll come back up again shortly. Also, the menu is in the chat feed if you're on Twitch or YouTube, if you're watching on one of those. You can send any donations to my PayPal account, paypal.me/Guide of the Light. And you can also send a private message to me on Messenger and send money through Facebook Messenger. Unless you all get in here and get some readings, somebody gonna be calling it a short night. Whew. Lord have mercy. Oh. Yeah, that was something. Oh, shoot. Can I do this? Are you going to let me? So, I have, if I can send it to myself so that I can access it on my other computer. Come on. If I can. This will do some computer acrobatics here. Okay, so what it is I got a few links to the cards that I use in the show. If anyone is ever interested in looking at purchasing them, there's one deck that is quite expensive. It's a very controversial deck, but there's no ill will. I've come to terms with it. And that's that. So, it is at the moment that I know of a little pricey, but I believe that's because it's a controversial deck rather than, just a regular, a deck without controversy. But the other two decks are reasonably priced, about what I paid for mine. And as long as I can retrieve it, I will do my best to try to get it in the description on YouTube. So, hey Ryan. Hello, Tia. Thank you for joining the chat. And I take it you would like to have a love reading. Did you see my... Oh, no, you're on Facebook. So let me pop this up here. I have a tarot reading menu. The reader special is free. I do request a donation, but it's not required. Otherwise, there's the rest of the menu once it scrolls back around here. And you have that. If you just want the reader special, which is a 3-card spread that I have come up with myself, then I can do that. Okay, well, I can do the reader special, the 3-card spread that I do, and that's for free. Okay. Well, I tried. I'm not a bad guy. Come on, help. No, really, I mean, that's why I offered that free reading. The only reason why I ask for a donation or a tip or whatever is, well, I ask for a donation, and if you want to leave a tip, then that's basically the same thing. But the reason why I do is because I would like to make the quality of the stream better and be able to provide this at a better situation. So, just trying to do my best here. Well, if I don't get anybody within the next 30 minutes, then, or actually I guess about 25 minutes, then we're going to call it a night. While I'm waiting, so Christian reflections on the tarot, the major arcana. The Fool. The Fool. Let us find the Fool. Interesting. There it is. Okay. BBJ. Yeah, you most certainly may. In fact, let me go ahead and put this away. So, I have the Reader Special, which is free. I do ask for a reading for a donation, but it is not required. Then I got multiple choice, which is $3. If you have more than 2 choices, then that's $5. For past, present, future reading, that is $5. For a 7-card horseshoe, that is 10. And for a 10-card Celtic cross, that is 15. Okay. I'm not much of a zodiac person, and it's not that I'm against zodiac. But I can definitely see what the situation looks like for you. And yes, we can do the special. That's not a problem. That's the biggest. COVID is the biggest reason why I am doing the special. Plus, I think it's good to give a free option. Okay, so BBJ, thank you for stopping in. And BBJ is going to get a relationship reading. And we're going to ask what spirit would want them to know about that situation right now. Now, BBJ, I need I need 3 numbers. The first one between 1 and 16. The second one between 1 and 22. And the third between 1 and 40. All right. So, I read a little differently than most other readers, in that I have my own notebook of interpretations, and I pull that, or I pull from that what the cards are saying. Mainly because I'm not very good at memorizing stuff, and this allows me to not stay so stuck on just one thought of a card, and allows for a bit of a deeper meaning. This spread, I'm going to have to come up with a name for it eventually. But this spread is one that I've come up with myself. I'll split the deck into 3. I have the court cards, I have the major arcana, and then I have the lower 40 of the minor arcana. And so that's the split, and it just gives a good quick glance. So the first card in this deck, it's called the King of Shields. It's formerly known as the King of Pentacles, or the King of Coins. Just depending upon the deck. This card indicates a person that is wise in business and finances. Somebody that is practical and steady. They apply themselves in a practical manner that to bring the best results. So I'm going to get into that in just a second, but I want to go ahead and give the preview of each of these. The card from the major arcana is 14. In this deck, it's called Equilibrium. It's also known as Temperance. The Equilibrium talks about a relationship that has the potential to teach one a great deal about oneself. The relationship could be right for them, but they need to allow it to unfold itself and not force it. It talks about being patient, love being on the way, and to just keep focusing on one's goals. So, then, and we all get scared of the dark cards, right? Well, I'm going to try not to be scary. This talks about being in an ego-controlled relationship. Individuals should remember to stay in their heart. Also, the individual could attract relationships that soon become conflicts. So, that's the breakdown, okay? But we're going to try to bring this together. You said his name was... Let's see. A little bit more. Trey. Okay. So, I'm guessing Trey, from what you know about him, is this King of Pentacles type. Okay. And that may not be that may not be of his own doing. That could be from issues of times past. But he does feel like a leader type. I mean, he doesn't, not like overbearing, but just like he knows what he's doing. Okay. All right. Does he say stuff like how he doesn't want to be in that position? Okay. I don't know. Yeah. I think I kind of get that. Are you all just friends right now? Because I got this feeling of he keeps you close, but only at an arm's distance. I see. I don't necessarily think that it's very mean. I don't necessarily think that it's much of anything to do with him directly. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm getting. 'Cause these cards here, I mean, it doesn't really do it for me. I'm not saying that they're wrong. I'm saying that there's another thought here, and I'm trying to trace the two together. So, the Five of Swords is the past in this scenario. Like I said, this is a loose interpretation spread, which means that depending upon how things feel, it kind of gives it lets into the emotions of what is in the reading. The Five of Swords is a past thing. So this is you and your relationship with him, which, by the way, I don't see anything that's really necessarily a negative. It's just that there happens to be conflict around he and you with his family, along with, I'm going to say, probably the company as well. Is this like a family owned company? Is he like getting ready to, is he being prepped to take the company over? So, let me go back to temperance for a second. Give me a number, 1 to 44. Okay. So, and this is what I was kind of leaning toward, but I wanted to be clear on it, on my thought. It sounds like you're at a point where you really need to consider what you feel. And you need it, this is something that I feel like that you really need to try to focus in on and figure out, do you do something that is just good for you, or do you hope that things get better and hope that things work out for your highest good? So the card that came up was claircognizance. And it says to pay attention to thoughts and ideas that come to you as they are answered prayers. Okay. So pay attention to your thoughts. Pay attention to your feelings. Because just because you had something with someone before, and even though we may still hold on to those moments, we need to be able to think clearly. And I think that that's what Equilibrium and the Five of Swords, which I said the Five of Swords is also kind of a past card, but it's playing kind of two roles here. It's playing a past card, but it's also playing the card of a message as well. And that is to take your time, but follow your heart. You know, in the Five of Swords, we have this warrior who has defeated several foes, and he's walking off with all of their swords, and so he's boosted up his ego, and that's not what we want. We don't want to approach this from a part of us that says, "Oh well, you did X, Y, and Z, but I did this." So approaching him with love and a clear mind, and maybe even being clear with him that, look, I want to be here for you, but you have to be willing to let me be here for you. You have to be willing to let me be the shoulder to cry on. And let go of whatever everybody else is trying to force you to do. Because if you want to be in this relationship, then we're going to have to work together. So, but don't be forceful with it. Don't be forceful with it. My tone of voice right then is too much. Don't use that tone of voice. You're going to have to be very, very gentle about it. And if he doesn't accept, then don't entertain it. Because then that's just going to continue to give him the power. And he doesn't need power. He needs assistance. He needs a helpmate. I understand. But you're going to have to hold back on the horses just a bit. And with the right temperament and the right attitude, I would say that he's going to be able to let that go. Because as a king of shields is not really an arrogant, egotistic type of person. They are usually laid back, but very into their finances. They're well, how do I put it? I mean, that they are reliable. They're practical with financial matters. They care about providing security for the family. They are a good provider. So, it sounds like somebody is, or there's some kind of conflict that's bringing him to a point of or making him think, I'm not as good as these people. And that is kind of being in the ego, but it sounds like a bit of depression thing too. Not trying to say that he's depressed. It's just that he's not quite where he needs to be, and that's sad. I don't like that for people. So I hope I have helped you. I'm guessing I clearly have, because you've given me so many affirmations here and so on. If you would like to talk about it further, I'd be more than happy to. But I think this guy's going to call it a night. Thank you for... You're fine. You're fine. Thank you for letting me read you. I don't know. YouTube. Okay. All right. Thank you, BB. Bless you. Good night. Well, that's it, ladies and gentlemen. You have wasted another perfectly good evening with Stíofán Séamus, Guide of the Light. Well,